Assalamu alaikum and good morning. I'm Mashur Hossain, the co-founder of iPage Bangladesh. iPage stands for Integrated Precision Agriculture and Engineering. And today, I'm going to tell you the story of how we are impacting the lives of thousands of small farmers in Bangladesh using homegrown talent and technology. So before starting, I want to give you three numbers to hold on. 7th, 70%, and 170 kg of carbon dioxide. Despite being the 7th most climate vulnerable nation in the world, Bangladesh deploys 70% of its active workforce in agriculture. And unfortunately, majority of them do not understand agriculture correctly. Our small farmers do not understand their soil. They depend on their instinct to gauge a weather forecast and follow traditional farming practices to produce low-value crops. In fact, 1/3 of my country's soil mass belongs to the coastal area where our farmers use their tongue to test and assume the soil salinity level. Lack of access to actionable information on soil, weather, and climate-smart farming practices is the core problem for which 7 million small farmers in Bangladesh are suffering from poor profitability and eventually giving up on their ancestral profession. And because of that, even being born in a farmer's family, from my childhood, I was always being inspired to get into any other profession except agriculture because my parents didn't see any future for me in it, right? We wanted to change that scenario. Then that's why we are building the ChatGPT of agriculture, especially designed for the farmers to help them make informed decisions. Except the fact that this is actually a farm management system or advisory system that helps the farmers to do the right thing at the right time with the right partner for a better profitability. To give you a bit context of the product that it works, we register every farmer on our system and assign them with this NFC card to tag and track them throughout the entire season. Then, in the soil testing device, we help them to understand their soil and generate a prescription that tells them which high-value crops are suitable for the land, which variety they should be selecting for better germination, and of course, what type of fertilizer they should be applying at which rate for optimum result. We also have developed an automated weather station that collects and analyzes the weather data and generates climate-specific weather-dependent infestation alerts and delivered to the farmer through digital channels like automated voice calls and text messages curated in local languages. We started our journey back in 2019. We deployed our first prototype in 2020, just before the pandemic, and we survived the global crisis without losing a single team member. And right now, we are serving more than 8,000 small farmers in 5 different climate vulnerable zones in Bangladesh, helping them to reduce their cost of production by 25%, crop loss due to infestation by 17%, and with an additional yield of 12%. Overall, our farmers are experiencing a 35% additional profitability in the process. We probably all know that in developing countries like ours, agriculture is one of the major contributing factors for greenhouse emission only because of the over-fertilization of the farmers. Unfortunately, they don't understand even. Our soil test-based fertilizer recommendation is equipping the small farmers to reduce their carbon footprint by 170 kg equivalent of carbon dioxide per acre per season. Thus, every dollar invested in iPage creates a minimum of 4 times impact return in terms of social and economic value. In this process, we have received significant number of local and global recognitions, including the investment from the government of Bangladesh and Switzerland, the championship from the National Food System Summit, also the championship in the National ICT Award in Agriculture. We are also actively contributing in achieving certain target points of SDG 2, 9, and 12. In our business model, we recognize the farmers as our B2C users. However, asking for paying service charge or investing to buy this kind of devices makes lesser sense for them. That's why instead of doing that, we have introduced a subscription-based bundle package service model for them, where we have partnered with the B2B organizations like banks, agriculture insurers, buyers, and let them offer their product and services to our farmer in these bundles. For example, if a farmer, based on the recommendation, wants to achieve access to capital and inputs, it will be falling into the Onco Light package. Similarly, if they want to have machine service provisions, it will be Onco Standard. And eventually, if they also want to sell their product to our buyers, it will become Onco Premium. Recently, as a branding strategy, we have renamed this Onco Premium package as a seek to sell program, where a farmer can get access to any support services to produce a certain high-value crops. More farmer means more data. More data means more business for us, scope for engaging the B2B partners. That's why we are proposing to use the fund to onboard 1,500 more farmers, train them for at least 8 months or 2 seasons, and eventually we will onboard them on our Onco Premium package or the seek to sell program. There are remarkable competitions in the region, but the data that we have accrued so far and the significant number of global and local partnerships we have developed is giving us the competitive edge. We are on an impact journey, and we believe we have one of the finest teams available in Bangladesh to do so. For example, I'm an electronics engineer. I started my career as a government employee, and then I moved into this one to do something that impacts the community where I belong to. My CTO is a veteran software developer, and we also have a social development expert as our CCO. We have a team of 23 members, including the senior researchers, business development experts, and development workers, agronomists, software engineers. So I'm going to give you a bit look of how our solution is working in the field. The earlier version. Yes, that's how we are shifting the paradigm of a smallholder farmers production in Bangladesh by enabling them with talent and technology made in Bangladesh. So support us in this journey of support us in the journey of empowerment, so that our small farmers can fight climate change better and continue to feed the future. Thank you.